Hello, hello, my Let's Keep It Real people. We have a special holiday edition here. That's right, me with New Year's resolutions. I love them. I know many people say, oh, I don't do them anymore, Sandy, because I don't keep them. And then when I don't keep them, I get sad and I feel like a failure. Pish, 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 pish. First of all, whether it's New Year's resolutions or setting new goals, it's so important, right? To write them down. What do you want to achieve? You're more likely to achieve them when you set goals. You know that. I know that. It's just all about how you go about it with the right attitude. Why do I like New Year's? Well, you can feel the energy all around the world of people doing that reset, right? I love resets, starting new, afresh, not worrying about whether they reached it last year or not. Doesn't matter, right? You got to start over again. So I got my cup of tea, Joy. We're going to go through it piece by piece. But first, let's talk about my top 5 things to reaching your goal. You ready? Number 1, you have to imagine it. You have to imagine it over and over. Number 1, you have to see it in your eye. Why? Because your brain doesn't like change. That's right. Your brain doesn't like change, good or bad. So slowly by slowly, if you imagine it, then what do? You wear away that resistance. So even if you just sit there and you think about, we're going to stay with the body. I know you have a lot of other goals, but let's go with the body. That's the big thing in New Year. And you think about the body you want and your dream body, and how you want to feel, and how would you walk out the door in your new clothes or in the clothes you haven't been able to get in. Why do you want it? And feel it and taste it and smell it. And the more you do that, the more you lessen that resistance to not wanting to change. Even if it's healthier for you, your brain is like, wait a minute, we haven't been moving for years. Why are we eating that? I want cookies. We always eat cookies at 10 o'clock at night, right? It's just a habit that you formed over and over again. So slowly by slowly, we're going to pick away at it. So it first starts up in here, right? Imagine it over and over. You don't even have to do anything. Number 2, you have to believe it's possible. And this is a big sticky wicket for a lot of you, because if you haven't achieved it for so long, it's really hard, right? It's like, why is this year going to be different? Or this month, I'm always going to look like this. I mean, think about all the negative stuff that goes around in your head, and you have to clear it out. You have to clear it out. You have to say, it doesn't matter. I mean, look at all the things in the world that didn't work out for years, and then it finally did. So why not you? All right. The body can change. You can move. You can eat healthy. I don't care what shape or what age. All right. That's number 2. Number 3, which is very important to me. Write it down, write it down, write it down. It does matter. You're seeing it, making that connection. What do they say? 40 to 41% more people reach their goals when they write it down. Why? It reminds you every single day where you want to go and why you want to go. Write it down. I made my living on that, of course. Number 4, accountability partner. Someone you can do this with. It doesn't have to be a coach or a mentor. That would be great. Maybe it is your spouse. Maybe it is a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, doesn't matter. But you want someone that would be great, do it together with them, or at least they hold you accountable for what you want. And you know, on those days when you don't want to do it, they're going to be relentless to get you there. Really important. Buddy up, get a mentor, get a coach, get a trainer, somebody to hold you accountable. And number 5, the game plan. You got to have a game plan. You got to set a realistic goal for you, slightly out of reach, and have an action plan of how you're going to get there. So those are the top 5 things. Top 5 things of reaching those New Year's resolution. We're going to stay more with the body, but it works for anything, right? Imagine it over and over again. So before you go to bed, throughout the day, in the morning, how would you feel if you already had that awesome dream body? Like I said, could be with a new home, a new job, a new mate. That feeling, I feel so powerful and joyful. I would walk out feeling, woo, I could chase my kids, my grandkids. All right. Number 2, you have to believe it's possible. You can't think about all the times it didn't work. It doesn't matter. All right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right. Whatever you're going for. So we don't want to go from here to like, because you won't believe it and you won't get it. So just slightly out of what you think is your comfort zone. And then you want to be held accountable. So have a partner, accountability partner, someone to do this with, or a trainer, coach, mentor, writing it down, write it down. Hey, I say this, and that's why I'm not doing a plug for my book here, but I always say it only takes 1 to 3 minutes a day to change your body or life in a positive, powerful way. Why do I say that? Because when you are clear on what you want and writing it down and seeing it just for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 days, it reminds you to stay on the path, right? So be very clear on that. And that's why we have a game plan. So let's go through it. You got it? You ready? It's going to be fun. It has to be fun, right? No matter what you're doing with your eating plan, you can't dread it. Yes, you're going to cut things out and maybe you'll miss having that little cookie, but replace it with something else. I don't know, a carrot stick with hummus. Now, some of you are saying that, Sandy, that's really gross, but something, at least if you're used to crunching, like every night, I have people say, I have snacks every night. And it's just a habit. You think you need it. Oh, I look forward to it. I deserve it. Whatever the reason is, that's a whole nother podcast. But for now, if you're used to drinking a few glasses of wine, cut back to 1 glass of wine and fill it with tea, herbal teas, right? That are relaxing and fun. Have something to crunch that's a little bit different than the high calorie, maybe popcorn that you were eating or cookies or whatever it is, right? Change it up a little. We can do this. We can do this, I promise you. So if you look at my 30-day reset thing, or I even have journals, take time to make your soul happy. So I have lots of journals and stuff. I want you, this is pre-game time, right? Because we're going to start it officially. I am with my whole group, my 30-day reset group, which you can join on Facebook. We can let you in. We're going to start officially on Monday. So we're doing pre-game, all right? Which is thinking about what you want and why. So when you're setting it, we're going to go over it again. Those who know me, you know I mentioned this, but it's your game plan. So write down, what do you want? And make sure it's something you want, not others have said, hey, you should lose weight, you should tighten up, you should, whatever it is, what is your goal? And then what is the action that you're willing to do? So make sure you spend time on those. Because if you say, hey, I want to lose 30 pounds or whatever it is, are you willing to take the action right now to get there? For me, I spent a lot of time thinking about this because sometimes I put down stuff, I'll be, wait a minute. I want to be a competitive mountain bike racer. And I do, right? I used to be there and I want to go back at it for my age group. But right now, am I willing to do the training that it takes to get there? Because a lot of it would have to be inside because of the weather here. No, because I really don't enjoy biking in sound that much. I'll do it to keep in shape, but not for training to go out there and race. I'd rather be outside. So I'm not going to start that right now because I know me. When it's freezing cold, I am not going out there and biking, and I'm going to do the minimum 20 minutes upstairs. So you got to be honest with yourself of what action you are willing to take. Really do some soul searching for that goal. Write it down, right? Easy peasy. Your motivation. Why do you really want this? Now, for me, my goal is to lose probably 7 pounds. I'm going to say 7 pounds. I don't weigh myself, but I know when I go upstairs to try my clothes on, they don't all fit. And I want to be able to go upstairs and go, oh, I can get in these jeans because like many of us, and some of it is 2020, who knows? I've worked out a lot. It's my profession. But even with me eating healthy, I can tell you, I've had way more wine than I used to and more snacky food at night when I'm relaxed and watching all the Netflix stuff. And before you know it, 5, 7, 10 pounds creep up and you don't notice it because you're in your sweats and your tights. And then you go to put your jeans on, you go, hoochie mama. So we're in this together. Definitely want to do it with you. I know some of you, maybe it's been longer and you have to lose more, and that's okay. All right. This is the first 30 days we're working with right now and where you're going. So for me, my motivation is, I want to be unstoppable and feel powerful and walk out and just go, whoo, I got it going on. And that means I just want to be able to get in all my clothes. Other people say, I want to feel healthy. I want to be able to chase my grandkids around. I want to be able to run around with my kid, whatever it is. What is your true motivation? Like I know some people said they're newly divorced. They want to get out in the market. You need to know it, because on those days you don't feel like doing it, it'll get you out of bed in the morning. And then E is just for the energy level. And I change it up every day. Like overall, you might say, I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it an 8. But then that day, how much energy did you put into it? That's your game plan. And then what I'm going to recommend for you, we're not going to go through the whole thing, but I just want you to have an idea for this, is I want you to do your brain drain. I want you to write down somewhere all the reasons why this hasn't happened yet. All right, just take a paper, because it's just, it's just a blank piece of paper. There's negative chatter going on, and that's okay. I want you to be honest about it, but I want you to write down all the stuff. I say squash those negative buggers, all the reasons why this can't happen. And then you're going to put a big X through it. That's right, a big X. You got it? Cool. Next thing, you're going to write a contract with yourself. Now, if you have my journal, great, it's in there, it makes it easy peasy. But just say, I, Billy Bob Bobo, not responsible for my pre-existing thoughts. It doesn't matter. Get whatever you want to write. Get rid of the guilt. Don't feel bad, and you want to accept where you are right now. Embrace who you are right now. Love all of you, right? Don't feel, I should have known better. Why did I do this? How did I get there? Listen, major health and wellness people have gotten there, all right? Who do this for a living. So we don't want any of that. And then sign it. I accept the challenge. I'm setting realistic goals, whatever it is you want, and put a date. Trust me, it works. When you put your little name down there, it does a lot. So this is the pregame, the mindset. I'm going to read you what this says, and then we're going to what it says. This week is about the little things we can do to shift your thoughts, to highlight all the positives in your life. It's so easy to focus on the areas of your life that aren't going well, which we will all tendency to do. It's normal. It's okay. Just say, I'm human, and move forward. But by thinking of all the stuff that's going right, the other stuff will come along for the ride. So 2020, I know people are like, I just want to be over. I just want to be over. I get it. Lots of stuff that gut-wrenching, hard, terrifying, fearful, lots of sadness. I mean, it's beyond been a rough year. I get it. But I want you to look at you and your life personally. And I want you to think about all the things that you did that you're happy with, like personal, introspective. Maybe you did something with your family you never did before. Maybe you worked out more. Maybe you ate healthy. Maybe, I don't know what it is. Maybe you started journaling. Maybe you meditate. Maybe you started a podcast. I know there's things that you can build on. And I want you to write them down. Like, this is what went right for me in 2020. And then think about, what are those things can you take with you into 2021 and build on, instead of wishing it be gone, never want to see it again. All right. We want to get in that positive frame of mind. Again, I say this over and over again. It's not about being joyful all the time. It's not about being pippy, skippy, happy all the time. But what it is about is acknowledging and taking responsibility for how you feel and where you are, and that you do feel that way. And it's okay. But then what can we do to shift out of it? Cool? That's all I want you to do. That's what my New Year's resolution is for you, to do this pregame, to do this reset, not wonder, oh, I don't, I didn't reach it before. I don't like making New Year's resolutions. Well, don't even call it New Year's resolution. Call it your game plan for the month of January, whatever it is. If you have any other questions, you can find me at sandyjoyweston.com. I'm on all the social media sites. You can join Patreon. I have programs there. Facebook group, like I said, the 30-day reset, which every single day for those next 30 days, starting on Monday, I will be, what's Monday's day? Is it January 4th? Let me just check out because I don't want to be wrong. But you can start it earlier. You don't have to wait to then, right? Here's the deal. Yes, Monday is January 4th. Here's the deal. I'm not saying go crazy to that because I want you to start thinking about cutting out things, putting things on, higher shelves, how you're going to do this. You could already get it in line. All right. You can start right now if you want, but I'm trying to prepare you, right? Start imagining it over and over, how it would feel if you already achieved your goal. Cool. That pure joy, that be feeling so good inside. Can you do that for me? Remember, I'm here. Any questions you have for me, any suggestions, what you need from me, it's all about supporting you. I wish you so much love, joy, peace, happiness, and fun in this new year. Fun, people. There's fun. I want you to pick fun workouts that you can do, fun ways of eating. There's not just one size fits all. I know there's so many fitness programs out there, right? Most of them work if you do them. What's my favorite workout? The one you'll do. And don't beat yourself up if you don't do the whole thing. Move 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes. Get up and move if you don't do your whole workout, right? I will be putting other different workouts that you can do at home with your body, with weights, inside and outside, just to keep us all motivated. But for now, I appreciate you and all your support. I'm excited about this new journey with you. I'm excited about everything that we're doing. I'm excited. For me, I would have never reached all these people around the world if I wasn't home more. I'm excited to get back out there and hug and kiss people. All right. Have a happy, safe, wonderful new year. I appreciate you all and all you do. We're in this together and I love you so much. Toodles.